Jump around and hit the precepts. Come on in, brother. Let me see what you look like.
You want to go to chapter 2?
You can go to chapter 1.
Chapter 1, all right. Yep, I got it.
This is Baruch, the book of Baruch, chapter 1, verse 1. And these are the words of the book which Baruch, the son of Nerias, the son of Maasias, the son of Sedecius, the son of Asadias, the son of Chelcias, wrote in Babylon, in the 5th year and in the 7th day of the month, what time as the Chaldeans took Jerusalem and burnt it with fire. And Baruch did read the words of this book in the hearing of Jeconias, the son of Joachim, king of Judah, and in the ears of all the people that came to hear the book.
I'm sorry, y'all. Could you read that part again about the Babylonians, what they did? And somebody hold me, Obadiah.
This is Baruch chapter 1, verse 2. And
The 10th verse.
Baruch chapter 1, verse 2. In the 5th year and in the 7th day of the month, what time as the Chaldeans took Jerusalem and
Chaldeans are the ancient Babylonians. Go ahead.
and burnt it with fire. And Baruch did read the words of this book in the hearing of Jeconias, the son of Joachim, king of Judah. And in the
Hold on, why did it say king of Judah? Because the only kingdom that's left when you go into the history, but you got to go into that history too, was the kingdom of Judah. You had the kingdom of Judah, and you had, how's it look? Put it
Good.
like that.
Yeah.
You got the kingdom of Judah, and you had the kingdom of Israel. And that split took place after King Solomon's son, Rehoboam, came into power, and there was a man that was set up by the name of Jeroboam, who the prophet, what's his name, Ahijah. Ahijah came to him and ripped his garment into 12 pieces and threw 10 in his face and said, look, you're going to get 10. And Jeroboam's going to get 2. But really he got 3 because later on what happened was Jeroboam, I gotta get these names mixed up. Jeroboam, which was an Ephraimite, gotta watch them Ephraimites, just messing around. Ephraimites are cool now. Back then they wasn't too cool. But anyway, that was all set up in the spirit. So what happened was he was the one that set up priests after the lowest of the tribes, meaning the other tribes that were not set up to be priests, because the Levites were scattered throughout all the tribes, and they were living in a thing called suburbs. All right, that's where the suburbs come from. That's where you get the understanding of a suburb. All right, and they lived among all the tribes because they were the lawyers, they were the judges. All right. So what happened was this guy Jeroboam, he said, look, he banished them out, kicked them out. If y'all got the scripture, you can bring it out. If not, don't worry about it. And they all got back with Judah. So what was left was the kingdom of Judah. And then you had the Assyrians that took over the kingdom of Israel. And when that happened, what did Judah do? They didn't give a shit because they said we would split anyway. So it's like their attitude was like, fuck Israel, man. You know, their attitude was like, fuck the kingdom of Israel. Good for their ass. So they were taken down, but then 100 and some odd years later, Judah was taken down by the Babylonians. So they got pretty much what the kingdom of Israel got, all right? So that's why that's why when you read these scriptures, you gotta know how to go back into the history, all right? Where we at?
This is Baruch chapter 1, verse 3. And Baruch did read the words of this book in the hearing of Jeconias, the son of Joachim, king of Judah, and in the ears of all the people that came to hear the book, and in the hearing of the nobles and of the king's sons, and in the hearing of the elders and of all the people from the lowest unto the highest, even of all them that dwelt at Babylon by the river Sud.
Remember, that was the kingdom of Judah. The kingdom of Israel was already on the other side of the world. See how this history comes together? That's why people, when they try to read the Bible, they'll put the Bible down because they don't understand. You got to go from precept to precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. I Go ahead.
whereupon they wept, fasted, and prayed before the Lord. They made also a collection of money according to every man's power, and they sent it to Jerusalem unto Joachim the high priest, the son of Chelcias, son of Salam, and to the priests and to all the people which were found with them at Jerusalem. At the same time, when he received the vessels of the house of the Lord that were carried out of the temple, to return them into the land of Judah, the 10th day of the month, Sivan, namely silver vessels which Sedecius, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, had made. After that, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away Jeconias and the princes and the captives and the mighty men and the people of the land from Jerusalem, and brought them unto Babylon.
Yeah, and he put Zedekiah, his uncle, in power instead of Jeconias. You know, because pretty much Zedekiah was pretty much a puppet king in Israel set up by Nebuchadnezzar. You know, and that was all set up because the Lord was about to take, you know, Israel, the kingdom of Judah down. You know, because that was, you know, that was part of the prophecy. You know, if the Lord said, if Solomon forsake me, he's going to rip, you know, the kingdom away from me. You know, and that's what happened. So from that point on, the kingdom started to fall apart. But you still had, you know, kings in Judah and kings in Israel. And in the process of time, the kings of Israel, through Hosea, which was the last king of Israel, he ended up being taken down by Shalmaneser, you know, and then in process of time, the last king to sit on the throne of the kings of Judah was Zedekiah, and the Lord had him taken out of the way, you know. We have that account about the Levites.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it on out.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 11, verse 13. And the priests and the Levites that were in all Israel resorted to him out of all their coasts. For the Levites left their suburbs and their possession and came to Judah and Jerusalem. For Jeroboam and his sons had cast him off from executing the priest's office unto the Lord.
Right. Now jump to the 13 and 9. 13 chapter and 9 verse. Yeah, so that's what happened. So the reason why the Lord gave Jeroboam 10 tribes and he gave Rehoboam 2 tribes was because the Levites really wasn't a tribe. You know, they were the priests among all the tribes. You know, so then what happened was when Jeroboam kicked all the Levites out, then that's when they became the tribe, and they went and they had to minister unto the kingdom of Judah.
They were a tribe, but they were scattered among Israel.
Con.
That tribe was set up to be scattered among Israel.
That's right.
All right. And by the way, they were like they were the leaders. You know, Moses came out of Levi. His brother Aaron came out of Levi, and they were taken care of by the people. All right, and they were living good. And they got the best. They got the best of everything. You know.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 13, verse 9. Have ye not cast out the priests of the Lord, the sons of Aaron, and the Levites, and have made you priests after the manner of the nations of other lands, so that whosoever cometh to concentrate himself with the young bullock and 7 rams, the same may be a priest of them that are no gods.
So basically, the priesthood was bought, you know, under Jeroboam. You know, so you know you had the priesthood of the Levites, which was set up by the Most High, and then Jeroboam, the way it set it up was they had to if they could pay for those sacrifices, then they were able to get into the priesthood. You know.
Yeah, there's another scripture where it said he took the lowest of the people, meaning other tribes that were not priests, to be Levites. That's why Gad had medicine men. They had spiritual men, because that goes back to that history of Jeroboam and Rehoboam. That's why you had Gadites that were spiritual men, but they wasn't supposed to be spiritual men. The tribe of Gad was supposed to be the warriors of the warrior clan of Israel, along with the tribe of Reuben and the tribe of Manasseh. but they all became priests.
Kings 12 started at 25.
I guess it was like a foreshadowing of things to come.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pursuant
because
to-
they taught their sons, the spiritual ones, and that's why some of the Gadites were known as medicine men, or spiritual men.
Yeah, because pursuant to Exodus 19 and 6, it says that the nation's going to be a kingdom
Well,
of
matter of
priests.
fact, give me that.
Yeah, yeah.
Exodus 19 to 6.
Time.
As a matter of fact, brothers, that's why the veil in the temple ripped after Yahushua said, "It is finished." The veil in the temple ripped, signifying, anybody can go through Yahushua can go to the Father.
That's it. And then we were all going to become priests.
Right.
But that's talking about Israel. It's not talking about the mixing with the Jews or the other nations. They're not going to be priests. All Israel are going to become priests, which we're going to read the prophecy right now. Go ahead and read that out.
This is Exodus 19 and 6. And ye
Do
shall...
me a favor, start at 1.
Okay, Exodus chapter 19, verse 1. In the third month, when the children of Israel were going forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. For they were departed from Rephidim and were come to the desert of Sinai.
Yeah, that's when they left out of Egypt. Now, you had a thing on with Sarnetta, with this one Jake on there. I guess he got a master's degree in history or whatever. And he was saying that all these different scholars, they all agree that that the Exodus from Egypt never took place. Well, you know what? We don't acknowledge those guys. We don't recognize them. Okay, so they can say what the fuck they want to say. We don't recognize them, right? Yeah, the Edomites, Finkelstein, and them, man. We don't acknowledge them, right? Now, if they so damn deep, are they gonna come out and say, well, who the real Jews are? They're not gonna say that, because they believe that they're the real Jews. And then see, you Negroes are set up, because you know what's happening now? This thing is getting so big. This Hebrew Israelite thing is getting so big that it's overwhelming. So you're trying to counteract it, but you're not gonna. The wave is too big, man. You overflow with this thing, man. And you guys in that Black country shit, that's gonna be out of here, man. The Most High is breaking that shit up. Go ahead.
It reads on, they had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mount. And Moses went up unto the Most High, and the Lord called...
Now the next thing them niggas say, there's no such thing as Moses. If there was no Exodus, then there's no Moses. There was no Aaron. There was no Joshua. You know? There were no 70 elders. There were no 12 tribes of Israel. That's why you devils over there in the land of Israel, the only people you call yourself is Jews. But what happened to the other tribes? Where did they go? Go ahead.
It reads on...
You ain't gonna stop this truth, man. You ain't gonna stop this truth.
Gates of hell.
Matter of fact, give me that. Gates of hell shall not prevail. Was that Matthew's 18? Either Matthew's 18 or Matthew's
16. 16.
Matthew 16.
Yeah.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 16, verse 18. I'll start it, yeah. And I say unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
So the church is still here. The church is still here, man. And Peter is King David. That's why you got a lot of brothers, different GMS camp, they're starting to say we're the original house of David, because we are the house of David.
Yeah.
All right?
Ambassadors of Yahushua.
That's it. This is not Christ.
Yeah.
It says, and I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven.
Oh, that's the name. The name of the Heavenly Father and the Son. That's the main key.
And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
And that was given to us.
Come.
So if we kick somebody out, they out, all right? If we deem them not to be a part of this thing, then they're not to be a part of this thing. But I mean, if we do this thing wickedly, then the Most High is going to deal with us, you know? You know, these guys through the years that have fallen out, got kicked out, look, the Most High was with them, okay?
Yeah.
Now let's go back to where we left off.
Exodus chapter 19 and verse 3. And Moses went up unto the Most High, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself.
So how do we know that happened? Because it's in the scriptures. We don't believe in Dr. Finkelstein, all right? We believe in the scriptures. This is all about a faith thing, man.
Come on.
Just because the devil wrote a book, a top scholar, we don't recognize them, man. We don't recognize them. That's why, hey, when Dr. James White, the Edomite, said he wanted to dialogue with us, I said, we ain't going to dialogue with you because we don't recognize you, man.
Yeah, nobody.
Here you making the statement that the Edomites were done away with a long time ago, but you're not going to say when and what place did it take place in, because you're full of shit, man. Here this guy did a breakdown on Deuteronomy 28 chapter in about 41 minutes. It's impossible to do a breakdown Deuteronomy 28 chapter in 41 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Are you fucking crazy, man? You tried, but hey, no cigar, so to speak.
He did pretty well.
And my man Vocab alone, he forgot about this shit no more. Remember he making videos, getting on us. He don't even make videos no more. Just like his sad hip hop career fell, this thing fell too.
Right.
Right. So you're a loser, man.
So you're a loser. So you lose, Carl.
Yeah, come on.
This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Well, you know what? Polite found out about that the other day. The wicked came up to him. He talking that shit. The wicked came up to him and said, look, spread eagle, nigga. And that's exactly what he did. He had no problem with that. You know? Like I said, you guys in that black unconsciousness, conscious bullshit, that shit's going to be destroyed, man. And the Most High is going to jack a lot of you up. All right? He going to let the world know that this shit that you brought together is bullshit, man. And he going to break it up. He going to break it up.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 15. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then you shall be trodden down by it. Hey, because even you guys that sold out, you know, the devil will use you when he needs you, but then after he don't need you anymore, he gonna discard of you, man. You know, they brought that out in that movie, what was that? That Gadite movie.
Geronimo?
Was it Geronimo?
Yeah, where he said, I'll hate you forever.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was Geronimo.
And he said you were right to hate the white man. Why?
Yeah.
Because the guy that was a scout, he helped take down the other Gadites, and then once Esau took all the Gadites down, he put him in slavery along with the rest of the
And they
Gadites.
put him on a train, locked him up. And
Yeah.
the one Gadite said to the one that was a scout, I will hate you forever.
Yep. That's heavy, man. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the
The
judges.
so-called white man,
Con.
the Edomites.
He covered
So
the
we know that, you know, you're wrong, Dr. James White, the Edomite. We know that you're wrong because you made that stupid statement, but you haven't, you know, proven your statement, man. You haven't backed it up with any evidence.
Yeah.
Esau is still in power, my man.
Yeah, the Bible says prove all things.
That's it.
He ain't proved it. You made a statement, you ain't proved it.
You ain't proved a damn thing, man.
It's to say that Esau is the end of the world.
Yeah,
So meaning that the Edomites will be ruling at the end.
at the end, yeah.
You know, we're at the end, but we didn't come to the final end. So
And then what about the prophecy of Yahushua coming to kick Edom's ass?
that's it. That's it.
Who is this that cometh from Edom?
Oh, that's
With
right.
As a
dyed
matter of
garments.
fact, get that. What is that? Psalms.
Dyed garments
Isaiah,
from
I'm seeing
Boston.
Psalms. Isaiah 63.
So that means at the end, Edom got to be in power to get their ass kicked.
That's right.
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's right.
This is Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1.
James.
Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Yeah, that represents the chariots. When Yahushua come, he's going to come in those glorious chariots. And you know, all the prophets, they describe the chariots as being glorious. When they saw him, they marveled at them. They were so powerful.
It said when the Lord's presence came and they left, it said then the glory of the Lord departed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, that magnificence,
Yes.
it was spectacular.
They scattered kings.
Another example is when Moses received the law.
Fine.
Speak about how the chariot, the laser came out and wrote the laws on the tables of stone.
Matter of fact, give me that.
That had to be a hell of a sight.
33. You
Yeah.
can start from the top. I think the key point is in the 5th verse.
We got a great history, brothers.
Yeah, well, they're trying to knock it.
Yeah. And they know we're great people. The top
Well, they
elites
know
of
the
Esau-
elite know that we're the Israelites.
Yes, they do. They know the deal.
33, yeah.
33 and 2. This is Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 2. And he said, the Lord came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shot forth from Mount Paran.
In other words, he came in those ships. And we led by Yahushua and the angels. And they're coming back the same way to deliver us. Not to deliver all Israel, but to deliver the elect. Go ahead.
And he came with 10,000s of saints.
The saints, sometimes when you come across the word saints, sometimes it's talking about Israelites, and sometimes it's talking about the angels. In this case, it's talking about the angels. The word saints from the Latin santa, which means holy, righteous, clean, perfect. Go ahead.
From his right hand went a fiery law,
Fiery law.
a
Yep.
fiery law for them.
So the way they received them commandments, that's right. The way they received them commandments was a laser, which Esau the mastered, man. You can laser right. In other words, it was a sort of a cuneiform. Like these guys, what's this guy, Divine Prospect, spoke about cuneiform. Cuneiform is not a language, man. Cuneiform means wedge-shaped writing. That's all it means. If you never see they put a new pavement down, and a kid will put their initials in there. That's cuneiform. It just means wedge writing. It's from the Latin.
Oh, what is that? The Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Right. That's
They got the-
cuneiform.
yeah,
You know, cuneiform is a style of etching something into a concrete or some marble or whatever. That's all it is. Ain't no writing.
I got something real quick. Exodus 31 and 18. And he gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai, 2 tables of testimonies, tables of stone, written with the finger of the Most High.
Right, and that finger it was fire, laser, concentrated fire. Where we at? You got something?
Yeah, I got something.
Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 3. The Most High came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran.
Teman is a principal city of the Edomites. Go ahead.
Salah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise.
That's them ships, because them ships come as a bright light, an overbearing light. Like if a gigantic ship was to come down right now, it would be like daytime. It would be brighter than daytime. Yeah. We would turn this light off.
We
you
need
know?
it. That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, and his brightness was as the light.
See, you're gonna know. First of all, you devils, you elites, you're stupid for trying to, counteract what we're teaching, because you know that we're the prophets of the Lord. You know the fulfillment of Israel, Ezekiel the 37 chapter is coming to pass before your eyes, and here you are trying to pay Jake to teach otherwise. Look, we ain't gonna turn from this, man.
That's right.
Okay. So you're being stupid. You're being foolhardy. All right, that's what you're doing.
I got something real quick.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11.
Just read
Romans chapter 11 and verse 3. Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
And now he has reserved 144,000 men. See, everything in this book that we're reading is real. All right? Where we at? We all over the place. Exodus. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Now, where's that scripture? I believe it's 1 Peter 1 and 9, if I'm not mistaken. Peculiar people. It's either 1 Peter 1 and 9. 2 Peter 2, verse 9.
Oh, a royal priesthood?
The royal
Yeah.
Peter. Is it 1
Second-
I
Peter?
think it's 1 Peter 2 and 9.
2 and 9.
1 Peter 2 and 9, yeah.
1 Peter 2 and 9. Is it 1 Peter 1?
I got it here.
All right, go ahead.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation.
So this backs up what the brother read in what you reading at Exodus? Exodus 19. All right, go ahead.
A royal priesthood.
A royal priesthood. So that hasn't been fulfilled yet. See, when the kingdom is established, it's not going to be fulfilled when 144,000 come together. It's going to be fulfilled when we're in the kingdom and Israel is back in order. And all Israelite men that are born, they're gonna grow up to be priests and kings and royal. Go ahead.
And holy nation.
A holy nation. We're gonna be that holy nation. Go ahead.
A peculiar people.
A peculiar meaning special. We show our speciality in football. And man, what's this Jake's name that broke this Edomite chick's nose? It's on the news. What's his name? Was that start Maxima, some shit like that. Yo man, they caught it on film. This Edomite, fine ass Edomite woman. This Jake just hauled off and cracked the bitch in the nose, broken jaw. And they said he's still gonna play. And they said he ain't gonna do no jail time, right? And he probably bad. You gotta watch that dude. For him, he cracked a white woman, a pretty white woman. I mean, cracked that bitch in the nose. It's gonna be on YouTube. And they said, look, man, don't do it no more. We said, nah, we can't lock that nigga up. He's too damn good. You know? So that's showing you, man, that you Edomites, you're losing your fucking power, man.
Yeah.
And where we at?
Oh, that would have never. You would have looked at a white woman the wrong way back in the day.
Now you can crack a white woman in the nose and break her nose and break her jaw, and still, I think you're gonna be playing in the Sugar Bowl or whatever fucking. I don't keep up with football. Well, they got the Sugar Bowl, the Rose Bowl. They got all those different bowls. The Cotton Bowl, all right?
Oh, you know what proved that? Emmett Till.
Yep.
Emmett Till ended up looking the way he did. Allegedly, he whistled at a so-called white woman. Because he was from Chicago, and he went down south, and he was acting, you know, like Chicago niggas do. and he got hemmed up, man.
Go ahead, read on.
It reads here that ye should show forth the praises of him who has called you out.
Show forth the praises. So we're showing forth the praises right now. And this is a beautiful thing, man. And I love doing this. I'm not like certain guys that it's a chore for them. This ain't no chore for me. I love this, man. I love doing this, and I'm pretty sure you brothers love doing this, man. If you don't love doing this thing, man, you should think about, you know, going back to the Baptist church, man.
Don't
joining the choir or something.
What else is there? What else is there to do? You know, ain't nothing to do, man. This world is what's the word on this? The lackluster of this world is finished, man.
Yeah.
Well, even George Carlin, before he died, he said America's circling the drain.
And he's a Jake.
And he's a Jake, and he wasn't in the truth. And he said that. And he was in the industry.
Yep.
I mean, he was up there. And he made that statement. So how much more us that ain't in the industry, we just on the lower level?
That's it.
Come on, man.
That's it.
This place is done, man.
It's done. And you can see it. And then you got this guy Trump. He's the president. He's the president. He's already making orders, man. I never heard of a president-elect like putting out orders, man. They're changing laws because of what he's saying. And he's not even president, man. And now he's talking about having a nuclear war build-up, a war build-up against a war. What do you call that? They're gonna have like a nuclear arms race with the Russians, man. So wait a minute. If you're building up more nuclear power, what are you gonna do with it? You gonna put it in the museum, like Yeshua used to say? What you gonna do? Put it in the museum? The missiles are gonna be used. They're gonna be used. All right. Go ahead.
It says here that ye should show forth the praises of him who has called you out of darkness into his marvelous
So you got to
light.
praise the Most High. The Most High open up your eyes, and here you are not praising the Most High. We're praising the Most High right now. Them other camps, what them other camps doing? They ain't out here, man. They ain't out here on the streets. They're gonna wait until the spring, late spring, and summer. The Lord ain't dealing with them, man. The Lord's dealing with us.
Hibernation.
Yeah, they're in hibernation, but they don't even go out in the summer. They might, if they go out 3 times a year, that's a lot for them. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
All right, where we at now? Where we at? We was in a bunch of places.
You were reading Exodus, right?
Yeah, I was reading Exodus.
I go finish Exodus, then we're gonna go back to Baruch.
All right, it says here, we in Exodus
Oh, I'm
chapter...
sorry, we got to go to Obadiah. We got to finish that.
Oh, that's right.
All right, go ahead.
This is Exodus chapter 19, I believe verse 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
These are the words that thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. But what about the mixed multitude? Most I don't give a damn about the mixed multitude. All right, so that's it on that, right?
So it's a little more in the
All right,
verse.
go ahead.
It says, and Moses came and called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all the words which the Lord commanded him.
And that's what we're doing right now. You know, we're getting Jake in order. Now, if you don't want to listen to us, you don't have to listen to us, man. You can listen to the IUIC, the ISUPK, the GOCC. You can listen to all of them, man. You can listen to them, man. You don't got to listen to us. All you got to do is go from one YouTube video to the next video, man. And just don't come back to us, man. That's how we feel. All right, where we at? Let's go back to Obadiah.
Obadiah
10. Verse 10.
Obadiah 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
That's Esau. For what Esau did to Jacob, what they're doing to even today, they're going to pay for it. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
And you're going to be cut off forever. So Dr. James White, the Edomite, is half right. They all going to be cut off forever, but it didn't happen. And I'm waiting for the video so you can break down when did it take place and where did it take place. Because you would have to get all Israel come back together, the 2 kingdoms, and beat the hell out of Esau, man, and exterminate them, burn them up. That never happened because the 2 kingdoms never came back together. They're coming back together in this time. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, my man. Go ahead.
In that day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day...
The fucking bus will run you over while you riding your fucking bike, man. And that'll be, if we find out about that, I'm going to make that my new front. Read that again.
It reads, in the
He
day...
was a fucking clown, man. Go ahead.
In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his
The
forces.
strangers are the Babylonians. How do we know that? We in the book of Baruch, right? It tells you that in the book of Baruch. It goes into details. Detail. Go ahead.
It continues on. And foreigners entered into his gates
Foreigners are who? The foreigners are the Babylonians. Go ahead.
and cast lots upon Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
Even thou wast as one of them.
Even you, Esau, was as one of them. You were robbing us too. And you were backing up the Babylonians. And then you got these other tribes, these other Israelites saying we're not supposed to hate Esau. Nigga, are you crazy, man? It's obvious you don't know the scriptures. You're going to find that scripture, a boy not an Edomite. You're not supposed to hate Esau. Let him kill your mother. And then I'm gonna quote that scripture to you and see how much you don't hate Edomites. You damn fucking fool. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from him that passes out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers. And it's like in thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and you shall know that I am the Lord.
Where you reading from?
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 7, 8, and 9.
Start from 5.
Okay. This is Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast
You know, start at 1. So they said, well, that could be talking about the Canaanites. Start at 1.
All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. And
so you can get it. Who dwelt in Mount Seir? The Edomites. Are they down there in Mount Seir right now? No. So it's obviously not talking about the actual Mount Seir. Esau is in America. Esau is over us. Esau runs the world. See, you Edomites, you afraid to hear, even listen to that word. I ain't never seen no movie where they mention Esau. All the movie that they can make, right?
Okay.
And you get your idea from the scriptures. You ain't never made a movie and had a character named Esau.
Yep.
Or a group of people named Esau.
Terrified of that word.
You're terrified of that word.
They make movies about Samson and King David.
Right, they'll make movies about the biblical characters and have crackers play them, but they'll never make a movie on Esau. You never hear the word Edom come out their mouth.
Right.
Period, man.
Like it never existed.
Like it never existed. Well, they hoping it never existed.
Yeah, Mount Seir.
Yep.
You know.
Nothing that has to do with Esau.
Nothing that has that's something.
Yeah.
And they don't even talk about Petra.
That's it. They don't even talk about Petra. Go ahead.
And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
Now when it says Mount Seir, it's talking about the government of Esau. Go ahead.
I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee.
This is the Most High said he's against you, Esau, and he's going to stretch out his hand against your government. Go ahead.
And I will make thee most desolate.
When did it happen? Dr. James White, the Edomite. When did it happen?
Documents.
And we know that the Edomites are here because you're still around, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt...
When did that happen? Huh? Petra's still fucking standing, man.
Yep.
Yep.
It said he's going to lay thy cities waste. One of your cities is Mount Seir, which is now called Petra today. Petra still stayed. They have tourists. Tourists go down there and go take pictures of fucking right. They take pictures of Petra.
Yep.
Yeah, but
You
they
know?
never put it in the movie.
Never put in a movie. The kings of Mount Seir. The rulers of Esau.
The Idumeans.
The Idumeans. You'll never hear words like that. They'll make up words.
Yeah.
Make up names. Like they got the what's that thing on HBO? Prince. What's it called? King of Thrones or Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They know Edomites up in there, man. You got dragons up in there. You got sorcerers up in there. Ain't no where the fucking Edomites at, man? Huh?
Where they go?
Where they go?
Where they hiding?
Where they go? Go ahead. That's it. Okay, go ahead.
I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of
They mentioned Israel, and have shed the blood of the children of Israel. That's why the Most High is going to do what he's going to do. But you know how he's going to do it? He's going to use the children of Israel to get you.
Yeah. By the hand of my people.
That's it. Go ahead.
It says, thou hast had perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood
So they
of the
always
children
talking
of
about they're
Israel.
not racist. The scriptures say you calling the Most High a liar. The scriptures say you have a perpetual hatred, man. You have a deep hatred for us, man. You see Donald Trump, you say he's not racist. Every time you see this guy coming through some building is a bunch of his cabinet. There's a bunch of damn Edomites, man. He got one Uncle Tom, that nigga Ben Carson, Ben Johnson, whatever the hell his name is. And this guy, I got a video that I put up where he's pushing the microchip, man.
Yep. He's pushing it.
And they got him over the HUD. Now, you know why they got him over the HUD? Because if you want to get your Section 8, you want to live in that building, you're going to have to take that chip.
Yep.
And that chip is real for you other bootleg Israelite groups out there that do counter videos. Every time we do a video on the mark of the beast being a chip, you do a counter. I noticed you haven't been doing no counters, man. You've been real quiet.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, because thou hast had perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills, and thy valleys, and all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. It says, I will make thee a perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Yeah, so that didn't happen yet, man. Now get me right quick, since you pulled that scripture, give me Ezekiel 25 verse 12.
Okay.
We're going to go back to Obadiah.
Ezekiel 25 verse 12. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountain of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given. It's like 25?
Yeah, I was going to tell you. Yeah,
25?
I mean, that was still sounding good. It still sounding good. Some good stuff.
25 and 12, right?
25 and 12.
Okay, this is Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord, power, behold, that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended, and have revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power.
The revenge came from what? The revenge came from when you was slaves up under King David. So your hatred is really on all the tribes, but mainly on the kingdom of Judah, man. Because we were kicking your ass back there during the time of King David's reign. And after King David's reign, after King Solomon's reign, that's when you broke the yoke and freed yourself. So you on us because, see, you devils don't know who you are, but in your spirit, you're Edomites.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord
See,
power.
the elite knows exactly what's going on. They know everything, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I mean, everything within reason. You know? They don't know all the secrets of the Most High. But everything that we're teaching, they know. They know that they're the Edomites. They know that GMS are the true men of the Most High. All right?
Yeah.
That's why they keep paying them clowns to come against the truth.
That's it.
You know,
That's
and
it.
everything that we teach, they got somebody to teach something against it. You know,
And
why
the
is
Most
that?
High going to destroy all of y'all, man.
Yep.
Yeah, they set up a lot of agents, a lot of spies.
Yeah, there's a lot of agents, man. A lot of fucking agents, man.
Yeah, man.
Spend a lot of money.
Should I continue?
Go ahead.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut
That's
it.
specific, man.
Yep.
The Most High said he's going to stretch out his hand upon Edom.
Right.
Go ahead.
And will cut off man and beast from it, and will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword.
Go ahead.
It says, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
You can't get around that.
That's right.
You can't get around that. So Dr. James White, the Edomite, you're going to have to give me the date, the time, and the place, and when did Israel had to be involved in that, man. Esau couldn't just disappear. The prophecy is that Jake would have to destroy Edomites, man.
Yeah. Yahweh Shai himself
That's it.
After coming,
Oh yeah, well we forgot about
Isaiah 63.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get that too.
That's the-
All right, we're gonna get that in a minute. Go ahead, Art.
It says, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord power.
That's it. That's it. So now where we at?
oh, if I may say, also the apostle,
Obadiah. Yeah.
the apostle John on the island of Patmos, he saw in a vision, he saw Yahushua with Michael in the chariots battling Satan and his angels. Now who's Satan and his angels? Esau. Esau and their armies, you know?
The dragon and his angels.
Yeah, the dragon and his angels.
Which they don't even know who the dragon is.
They don't even know who the dragon is.
They don't even know who the beast is. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and kept his wrath forever. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra.
Yeah, now you know what? You keep saying Teman and Basra and Seir, but it's not talking about those actual physical places, because that's where they originated from.
Come.
It's talking about where they are now, because it tells you that in Malachi, Esau is the borders of wickedness. So anywhere Esau goes, that's where the Most High is going to get him.
Yeah.
So now let's go to Obadiah.
This is Obadiah Obadiah verse.
Start
verse
at 10
12.
again. Start at 10
Okay.
again.
Obadiah 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou